Only the students who study at a top university in Germany will get a good education and land a dream job. Is that really true? Are university rankings important in Germany? With this video, I'm gonna end this debate once and for all. And at the end, I will also tell you what employers really say about these rankings. Now, there are a bunch of different rankings out there. The main global ranking systems that also have German universities on them are QS World University Ranking and Times Higher Education Ranking. I'm pretty sure that you've heard of them. This is usually what comes up as the first search results when we type in what are the best universities in Google. On the 30th place, we can find the first German university, the Technical University of Munich. Rank 30 is not that bad. But we also have to understand how they're coming up with this rank. These rankings in particular look at three aspects: the teaching, the research, and the citations of research papers. But how exactly should we rank the teaching, for example? Well, you can't really objectively measure it, so they rely on surveys to evaluate this. Now, the most popular ranking in Germany is the CHE ranking, which ranks German classic universities and universities of applied sciences. And this one interviews thousands of students and staff for their opinions on study conditions and university departments. So in reality, it's not a ranking, there is no first, second and third place. They rather give grades for different aspects, for example facilities and student support. So depending on the subject you want to study, you get different results. The best university for engineering in Germany is not the best university for law, for example. Now, it's a very positive thing that the CHE doesn't put all these criteria in just one fancy ranking. I mean, the university can't always know what's important for us individual students, right? At the moment, Germany doesn't have this concept of elite universities like in the US, but there's something called the Excellence Initiative. RWTH Aachen, TU Karlsruhe, LMU Munich, and 9 other German universities are part of it. They then advertise with the term University of Excellence. It sounds fancy, it sounds elite, but in the end, it's just a question of which university gets the main funding. The Excellence Award is above all a vehicle for raising money to reward the high quality of research. But don't get me wrong, these 12 universities are very high quality and do great work when it comes to research and innovation. It seems like all these rankings look at different criteria, but they put the most emphasis on research. It's a very one-dimensional approach in my eyes. And here it becomes obvious that whoever sets the criteria for these rankings gets a lot of power. As a result, a lot of the universities only focus on improving certain aspects so that they can move up the rankings. For example, heavily pushing research. But good research doesn't automatically mean that the teaching is also good. Let me explain. So who is mainly doing the teaching at universities? Right, the professors. But it's often the case that skilled professors only want to do research. I mean, that's why you became a professor in the first place, right? Definitely not for teaching freshman year students the basics of linear algebra. But as a professor, you also have to do teaching. That's just the rule. But for many, this is the annoying part. So a lot of professors don't really care much about it. They just come into the lecture hall, do some talking, and that's it. Oh boy, I can tell you that some professors are geniuses, but when it comes to teaching and communication, they completely suck. Which is okay, we all have our preferences and strengths. But I want you to know that high-quality research and Nobel Prize-winning professors don't necessarily lead to a good curriculum and teaching methods. And I want to give you a little fact about German universities and excellence in research. Most research happens in research institutes that are affiliated with a university, for example Max Planck and Fraunhofer Institute. And this explains why a lot of German universities don't appear on world rankings. Just because you haven't heard of a university doesn't mean that it is bad. Universities of applied sciences, which have a different, more school-like teaching approach, don't appear on the international rankings as well, but they have high-quality education and are really strong within Germany. There's also something called regional strengths. Universities often work with local industries to improve their degree programs and research projects. And these partnerships help both the universities and the industries, and they also boost the local economy. So a lot of them don't care about international rankings. One example is the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, KIT, in Baden-Württemberg and the energy sector. So a university might have gotten a bad rating, but an individual degree program there can turn out to be a gem because of the committed teaching staff and innovative course content. If you look at international rankings, TUM seems to be the top-ranked university in Germany right now. It's also part of the Excellence Initiative. But recently I talked with people from Cologne and most of them didn't even know that university. In Germany, if you say that you graduated from a top-ranked elite university, nobody really cares. Because the system here is different compared to the one in the US, for example. Sure, Germany has created this Excellence Initiative program, but it's more to flex on the international university landscape. Hey look, we also have universities of excellence. German education is of high quality, no question, but everything seems a bit too forced in my opinion. So I also want you to understand why all these fancy rankings exist, so that you can read between the lines and figure out what's truly important. For the most part, the universities themselves are responsible for this perception. It makes sense, right? They want to create and maintain a good public image to attract more students and get more funding. Everyone wants to say we have the best people. So to attract positive attention, universities advertise their most successful graduates. They take part in fancy rankings and talk about their Nobel Prize winning students from the past. Which is not a bad thing, by the way. I can completely understand why they would do it. It's one form of marketing, and it also creates healthy competition among universities. Now let me tell you one thing. Most students in Germany pick a university according to their interests and not because of the ranking. Back then when I started studying at the Technical University of Munich, I didn't know that this was the #1 university in Germany and in the top 30 of global rankings. No, I just thought, well, I'm from Munich, TUM seems very nice, they offer physics, why not go there? That's how most of the students in Germany think when it comes to choosing a university. When we hear the word ranking, we can be easily influenced because we believe that these numbers are the ultimate truth. We look at the numbers and scores and think, damn, this university must be awesome. There are so many rankings out there and every single one presents you a different score. But I think it's worth questioning the methods that were used to determine that score. I know people who chose their university in Germany based on the rankings and ended up completely miserable. In my eyes, the CHE ranking is a good place to start. You can enter a specific degree program and the database is going to look for the best universities in this field. And once you figure out a couple of universities you like, dive into student reviews on the website StudyCheck and read the course plans, das Modulhandbuch, for your desired degree programs. When you are faced with the decision to choose a university, you will have to consider a lot of aspects, not just the rankings. I made a dedicated video about how to choose the right university, check it out after watching this video. But the ultimate question is, what do recruiters and employers think of university rankings? I can tell you, if you want to land a normal job in Germany, especially after your bachelor's degree, the university doesn't matter that much, because there's not much difference between them. Most universities follow very similar base curriculums, and as long as you have a degree and skills in a specific field, it's all good. Sure, there are also exceptions. For example, prestigious consulting and investment banking companies are more likely to look for graduates from excellence universities or prestigious private universities. It makes sense, right? These industries simply like the elite status. On the other hand, the tech industry doesn't care too much about the degree name or the university. I mean, a well-known university can help on a resume, but it's just one small piece of the puzzle. The practical experience and real skills you have are way more important. This is also what a lot of recruiters told me after I asked them what they were looking for. Now the real difference in quality research becomes visible beyond the bachelor's level. So for those who want to specialize in a master's degree or PhD and do research, it is worth looking for the right university. This is where rankings can be helpful. I would love to hear your opinions on rankings, so write a comment if you want. Don't forget to enroll in the free Germany Starter Kit course in the video description, download the free Studying in Germany guidebook, and join our huge Discord community. Love you and stay focused.